watching Rose Squad Reviews. I'm Melanie, and to kind of sum up the year that was 2019, I just wanted to go through and talk about some of the books that I've read this year. So I try and keep track of all the books that I've read. And then I'd be interested to hear what books that you read, and just kind of talk about what books, if any, that I've done reviews on or related media. So I had some fun doing this last year, so I thought I'd continue it this year. Because I don't know if anyone else liked it, but I thought it was fun. Here I have my little special blue book that I write all my books in. I have some of them that I'm going to show you the covers, because that's more interesting than just me reading from a notebook, but I don't have all of them. So some of it is just going to be me reading from a notebook. But I'll try and put some of the titles somewhere, maybe. I don't know. It might be a lot. So I'll try and maybe we'll see if we can keep count of how many books that I have. I don't know. We'll try. Here it goes. The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm by Christopher Paolini. Super excited about that one. I did do a review on it. Or not really a review, just kind of I think it was a mini book review. It wasn't a full-on review because it was a mini book anyways, but we did that. Let's see. Dragon Knight by Donita K. Paul. Dragon Light by Donita K. Paul. Ranger's Apprentice, The Red Fox Clan by John Flanagan. Some of these are for school. So, for example, I did Making Books by Hand by Mary McCarthy and Cover to Cover by Shireen LaPlante, because I was taking a bookmaking class at the time. So that was fun. True Valor by Dee Henderson. The Princess Curse by Marie Haskell. Ghosts by Raina Telgemeier. Dragon's Wood by Janet Lee Carey. Nonsense by Patricia Clapp. Brown Like Coffee by Steve Shadrack. A Year Down Yonder by Richard Peck. A Season of Gifts, also by Richard Peck. Beauty by Robin McKinley. I also read Rose Daughter by Robin McKinley. And I did kind of a video contrasting and comparing the two. So you can tell this was still in this is May that I read these, and the video didn't get posted till a couple weeks ago. Holes by Louis Sachar. I think we have a video coming out about that one that I'm finally being able to get around to editing. There's a pattern here. Let's see. Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. I apologize if I mispronounce the authors' names. Fruits Basket Another, volumes 1 and 2. I was kind of rereading them so that I could get ready for the hype of Fruits Basket's volume 3, which is later in this list, but I might as well announce it now because why not? And I'll be doing a mini review at some length, hopefully, before too long. So, yeah. Just Assorted Fruits Basket, because why not, Dula Araluen by John Flanagan. I'm a sucker for the Ranger's Apprentice books, so we're just gonna, The Kalahari Typing School for Men by Alexander McCall Smith. Rapunzel's Revenge by Shannon Hale. I read a couple Space Boy volumes in there. If you don't know what Space Boy is, it's a webtoon, but it's also really neat because the author's been able to publish the comic as well, so high quality, would recommend. Hope for Tomorrow by Michelle de Bruyne. Firebird Anthology, Volume 1. I've read a couple of these before, but they're just a bunch of short stories all put together. The World's Greatest Showman by J. Bryan III. So this was, I don't know if The World's Greatest Showman was based on this book, but it is a book about P.T. Barnum and kind of his adventures and such, and so I learned things and it was interesting. Hawk Song by Amelia Atwater Rhodes. The Two Princesses of Bamar by Gail Carson Levine. The View from Saturday by E.L. Konisberg. The Westing Game by Ellen Raskin. Smile by Raina Telgemeier. Just Ella by Margaret Peterson Haddix. The Witch of Blackbird Pond by Elizabeth George Spear. I did a video kind of talking about it that hopefully should be out soon. Here Lies the Librarian by Richard Peck. I've probably talked about Richard Peck before. He's funny. He's a great guy. I would recommend if you want a laugh and can appreciate funny things. The Negotiator by Dee Henderson. Good News of Great Joy by John Piper. I only got like halfway into this one. It's like a devotional where each of the little, there's like a thing for every day in December, kind of leading up to Christmas. So it's like an Advent devotional, and I got it like December 17th, and so I only read like half of it, but Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess manga. Got these for Christmas, not gonna lie. I actually already had this one, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it now, but I have 2 copies, I guess. Volume 5 came out, Volume 6 is coming out soon, so I might wait to do a mini review. This will be part 3, I think, once we have Volume 6, that we can talk about Volume 5 and Volume 6 all together, but I hope to do a review on those. So, anyway, those are the books that I've been reading, and let me know what books that you've read from the year 2019, any books that you're like, this really was amazing, affected me, or maybe it didn't affect you, you just really enjoyed it, because good books are always things to be proud of, to be shared. So feel free to tell me about those in the comments below, and I will see you next time, and have a Happy New Year. A quick explanation about the Sergeant Frog poster that's behind me in this video. I got this for free, and I was like, well, I talk about anime sometimes, this might be like a good anime related thing to be like up, but you can only really see like this chunk of it, if we're honest, and you're like, what is going on? If you don't know what Sergeant Frog is, you're probably very confused. I just wanted to like explain that real quick. Basically, I watched the first episode because I was curious, and it's about this little guy here in the middle of the vacuum. He's a frog, and he's trying to, well, he's an alien, but he's also a frog, question mark. And he and his little band of frog buddies are trying to take over the world, but really he's just a pet. He's a household pet, and that's about it.